Hello everyone, welcome to your English class. My name is Jasmine and I'm here to assist you with your English lesson. Today while coming here I was feeling so excited. Do you know why? Because I thought I'll act as a history character in front of you. And what you have to do is, you have to understand, you have to identify who is this character. Are you ready? Okay. Friends, Romans and countrymen, lend me your ears. I come here to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. Could you identify this character? It is none other than Mark Antony, who appears as a character in the famous play Julius Caesar, which is written by the greatest dramatist William Shakespeare. Now you might be thinking why I was mentioning about Mark Antony and William Shakespeare. I was wondering if William Shakespeare was not so keen in learning history or knowing about our past, do you think he would have been able to produce such a marvelous character? Never. It was only possible just because he had some interest in learning history. But unfortunately, there are people who think that learning history is a waste of time. To them, I would suggest it is not. Instead, it has a lot of creative possibilities, just like William Shakespeare produced marvelous characters like Mark Antony, Julius Caesar and many more. The lesson that we are going to discuss today is something that takes us back to the past. And before that, let me ask, do you know the significance of the year 1918 and 1945? Yes, these years marked an end to two deadly wars, that is World War I and World War II. We all know that war has irreversible consequences, especially on people. The physical damages can easily be mended, but what about the mental trauma that people have to undergo? In this chapter, we are going to have a close look at people who suffer mentally due to such violence around them and how they are unable to distinguish their existence between reality and imagination. My dear friends, the chapter that we are going to discuss today is the third level written by Jack Finney. Jack Finney is an American writer who mainly contributed to the science fiction genre. Do you know what is science fiction? Science fiction genre is a branch of literature where we have works which is combined with science and imagination or fiction. Now let's discuss more about the story. The story begins as a protagonist, a 31-year-old businessman called Charlie, sharing a strange experience of going to the third level of the Grand Central Station, which only has two levels in reality. Just like any other person, he decides to meet his friend who is a psychiatrist and share this matter with him. But according to the psychiatrist, he was unwilling to believe the story, and instead he said that Charlie was unhappy in his life. And this one that he have experienced now is something just like a hallucination. According to him, Charlie was not happy in life because of the modern problems like wars and worries. Even his friends agreed with what the psychiatrist suggested, taking in account his habit of stamp collection as a proof that he is trying to escape from his life. But Charlie was not convinced with this idea. He was thinking he inherited this particular habit of stamp collection from his grandfather, but he was a very happy man. Even President Roosevelt had this habit of stamp collection, but none of them were unhappy in life. Further, you can see how he is explaining the strange experience of going to the third level. It was an ordinary summer day and Charlie was coming back home after his day's work at the office. He was wearing his tan gabardine suit and a straw hat with a fancy band on it. On his way to the Grand Central Station, he saw people of his kind. He passed by the first and second level and finally got lost. This is not the first time he is getting lost at places. There are instances he got lost into a tunnel and found himself at different places. Once he found himself at the Roosevelt Hotel, and in another instance he found himself in an office building which is 3 blocks away. At the third level of the Grand Central Station, he found many different things. The station at there was really old, which is totally different from the other two levels. There were fewer ticket counters, train gates, brass spittoons, open flame gas lights, and the people there was wearing outdated outfits. And he realized that he's caught between somewhere in the 19th century. In order to confirm his doubt, he peeped into a newspaper which is sold by a newspaper boy. And he was really surprised to see the date written in it, that is June 11, 1894. He understood that the clerk at the information booth was issuing tickets to Galesburg and Illinois, a place he was always fascinated to go with his wife. So suddenly he rushed towards the clerk in order to buy 2 tickets for himself and his wife. And he realized that they were using old currency and he was unable to buy tickets for him. And somehow he managed to come back to present. The next day after lunch, he went to the old coin shop in order to purchase old coins for $300. And from that day onwards, he started searching for the corridor which leads to the third level, but he was unable to find it. When Charlie's wife, Louisa, came to know that Charlie is searching for the particular corridor which leads to the third level, she warned him not to do so. And suddenly one day, their friend, Sam Weiner, he disappears out of the blue. And then Charlie's wife, Louisa, becomes doubtful whether such a level exists. And then onwards, every weekend, both of them together will go to the Grand Central Station in order to search for the corridor which leads to the third level. But both of them were unable to find the corridor which leads to the third level. Further, you can see in the story gradually how Charlie leaves the idea of searching for the corridor which leads to the third level, and he go back to his habit of stamp collection. One day, as he was going through his stamp collection, he finds a first day cover which was not there before. And he was surprised to see it was not vacant. There was a letter inside. He opened and started reading it. And he was more surprised to see it was a letter from his friend who disappeared out of the blue, Sam Weiner. In the letter, Sam told that he is now staying at Galesburg, Illinois, and it is a very happy place with lots of happy people. Further, he told Sam and Louisa not to give up their search for the corridor that leads to the third level. And he's waiting at Galesburg, Illinois in order to meet them there. The next day, Charlie went to the coin shop and he came to know Sam has purchased old coins worth $800. Charlie makes the assumption that Sam might have used this amount in order to begin his dream business, that is hay, feed and grain at Illinois, Galesburg. Because he can never be a psychiatrist there, as he will not meet any person who is unhappy. The story comes to an end with the revealing that it was Sam who was Charlie's friend and psychiatrist. The third level brings us to the conclusion. The third level brings us to the conclusion that people find it really hard to make peace with unpleasant things that happen in their life. I hope you all enjoyed the story. Meet again with another interesting work. Thank you.